It is currently Friday, September 1st, 4:20 p.m. to be exact, 4:20. I shot this morning and I'm just watching the footage for the first time of the dogs interacting and playing, and this typically is how the mornings start. Especially, it seems like Bruce Wayne's back's been feeling better. I mean, it's never going to be perfect because it was a genetic thing he was born with, and as he gets older, it's just going to get worse. But he's been feeling really good lately, and lately this is how his morning's been starting. Him and Joey Justice grab either this toy, I don't know where it's from, or we have something similar from Fenrir, which you can find in the description box below, and they just play tug with it. A lot of times, it's actually Bruce prompting the play. This carpet that they play on, they know this is where they have to play. I don't want them running around playing in the hardwood, slipping, getting hurt, and I actually need to find a bigger area rug. And a lot of people wonder how they can get two male intact dogs to live in harmony like Bruce and Justice do right here. And it really comes down to, when we had Bruce, it was how I trained Bruce and Justice together. How I would see them interact and control different situations. For example, Bruce, I knew how he'd act when we got Justice. He didn't want anything to do with him. He wasn't mean to him, he just didn't want to be around him. He wasn't into puppies. He felt like, what's going on now? My life's being turned upside down, I'm being replaced. So, you have to be able to read your dog. And I would just basically make everything that I would do with Justice, like play with Justice, I'd play with Bruce at the same time and make it fun. Make it fun for Bruce. He'd be rubbing his ears when he's playing tug with Justice. And I just monitor everything because obviously Bruce was 155 pounds, Justice was 20 pounds, right? So I didn't want him hurting Justice. And he was extremely gentle with Justice. And then as dogs get older, hormones hit, so Justice is going to challenge Bruce. How I navigate this and how I've been navigating it is, if play like this, I'd navigate the play with if it was getting too out of control. So I was cooking breakfast at the time, which is why the camera is like over there and I'm all over the place. If it would get too competitive, for example, you can clearly tell when things are getting too competitive and one dog's challenging the other, and I would just stop the play. Remember, I'm the leader of the house, Kara's the leader of the house, not the dogs. So with a leader around, they're not going to have to compete too hard. Yes, there's going to be challenges here and there. I'll stop the play if it gets too competitive, or if Justice starts challenging Bruce. And typically if Justice starts challenging Bruce, what I'll find later is they'll be outside and Bruce will put him in his place. For example, Justice may have a toy. Bruce will walk up to him and like give him a look. Like not even do anything, just like look at him. That body language, that posture. And Justice will just drop the toy and Bruce will take it and walk away with it and just look at him and saying, hey bro, don't forget, this is mine. So that's how I navigate things with two intact male Cane Corsos. And if you're having any training issues with your dogs, guys, just click the description box down below and open it up, and you're going to see a bunch of training courses in there. Just click on the link and it's going to bring you to the main website with all the courses to choose from. And if you type in code Jason at checkout with those links, I will get credit, but also it'll save you 10%. So it's a win-win for both of us. Those courses will truly change your life. They are worth every penny. They use the same exact philosophies of how I've trained both of these dogs, how I've trained dogs in the past. So we appreciate all the love and support. You can buy some merch. I have some new hats, Corso hats, beanies. We greatly appreciate your support. Here, I'm just messing around, just getting Justice used to something weird, something different. The skeleton was in the corner for the past 2 weeks now. Dogs are used to it. I figured I'd get him up, move him around, and just see how the dogs react. Bruce was like, I don't want to be scratched and rubbed by that thing. Justice didn't even care. You'll see in a second here where Bruce is like, what are you doing? Because I'm just standing there kind of weird, which is not my typical behavior. So Bruce is like, what are you doing? Not scared or anything like that. His tail's wagging. You can tell, but he's just not sure what I'm doing. Sometimes I just throw weird things at the dog just to kind of throw them off, see how they're going to react. Because you can't expose your dog to every single thing in the world. Random things are going to happen, right? They're going to see something random that you've never even seen before. Aliens could come down for all I know, right? So just throwing random different things even if they're super socialized like Bruce and Justice, it can just go a long way in predicting their behavior. Something like this, where the skeleton's been sitting there for 2 weeks. I put it on Justice's back. He thinks he loves attention. He loves attention. Or if I was to do that to Bruce, he'd be like, no, get away from me. Again, not scared, but like not wanting much to do with it. You can see he just kind of keeps his distance. So that's just a good tip. Just randomly throw random stupid things at your dog like this. Just do random things to always just be working their mind, so they can work their mind to figure out things on their own without you having to step in all the time. There could be an instance where you're not looking and the dog sees something weird and snaps at someone. You don't want that, right? So just a little tip. But hope you enjoyed this little interaction with the boys this morning. Like I said, this is how we start most of our mornings. Bruce, it gets, a little bit of light play, gets him up, gets him moving, makes his body feel good. I give the dogs a little bit of massage before this even starts. Depending on what time I get up, I was up at 5:30 this morning. The dogs don't like being up that early. I played some Street Fighter 6 and Xbox. The dogs just slept. When I got up and moving, around an hour later when the sun came up is when the dogs got up, and I was trying to be very quiet because Kara was sleeping right next door. So you probably heard me shh a couple times to them because Justice would bark and I was trying to not wake her up. She sleeps like a log. Not much wakes her up. She didn't wake up. Make sure you guys subscribed. And again, thanks for all the love and support. And until next time, we'll see you later. Peace.